Ever wondered why some web pages seem to load instantly while others take their sweet time? Well, the secret often lies not in your internet speed, but in how the website is designed. Traditionally, websites followed a multi-page approach, with each click leading to a new page load. This method, while straightforward, can lead to slower site navigation and a less than ideal user experience, particularly on slower internet connections. Now imagine a website where each click doesn't lead to a new page load, but instead smoothly transitions you to new content within the same page. Welcome to the world of single-page applications, or SPAs. They offer a seamless, app-like experience on the web, improving user satisfaction and engagement, so SPAs seem like a game changer, don't they? But how do we build them? Enter the Single SPA framework. Heard of the Single SPA framework but not sure what it does? You're not alone. In the vast world of web development, the Single SPA framework is like a chameleon, blending in with the environment, yet offering a unique, powerful punch. It's a JavaScript framework specifically designed to assist in the development of single-page applications, or SPAs as we often call them. Single SPA framework breaks away from the traditional confinement of sticking to one framework for an entire application. Instead, it allows developers to use multiple frameworks in a single application. Yes, you heard it right. It's like having a pizza with all your favorite toppings instead of settling for just one. This flexibility makes the Single SPA framework an excellent choice for large-scale projects where different parts of the application can benefit from different frameworks. Intriguing, right? Now how about we dive into how to use this framework? Starting with the Single SPA framework is as simple as ABC. First things first, we need to ensure that we have Node.js installed on our system. Node.js is a runtime environment for executing JavaScript code, and it's an essential tool for any web developer. It's the backbone of our setup, so if you don't have it installed yet, head over to the Node.js website and download the latest stable version. Once it's installed, you can verify it by typing node v in your terminal or command prompt. You should see a version number, which means you're good to go. Now let's hop on to the next step. We need to install the Create Single SPA CLI tool. This command line interface tool is our magic wand. It automates a lot of tasks and saves us a ton of time. To install it, type npm install g create single spa in your terminal or command prompt and hit enter. The G flag means we're installing it globally, so we can use it from anywhere in our system. Once installed, you can verify it by typing create single spa version in your terminal or command prompt. You should see a version number and that's your green signal to proceed. So what have we done so far? We've essentially laid the groundwork for our Single SPA framework. We have Node.js, which is our runtime environment, and the Create Single SPA CLI tool, our handy assistant for creating and managing our single SPA projects. But remember, these are just the initial steps. Think of it like setting up a new kitchen. You've got your oven, Node.js, and your favorite cooking tool, Create Single SPA CLI ready. But this doesn't mean you've cooked a meal yet. There's still a lot more to do. We need to pick our ingredients, mix them together, and then cook them to perfection. And that's exactly what we're going to do in the upcoming sections. Now that we've got our tools ready, let's get our hands dirty. Creating a project with the Single SPA framework is akin to piecing together a jigsaw puzzle. Think about it. Each piece, unique and intricate, fits together to form one complete picture. Similarly, in the Single SPA framework, each micro-frontend is a singular piece of the puzzle, developed independently, but coming together to form a seamless user interface. So, how do we start piecing together this puzzle? First, we need to create a new project. This is our blank canvas, our puzzle board, if you will. The command line is our tool of choice for this. A simple command, create single spa, gets the ball rolling. Next, we need to name our project. This is an important step, so choose wisely. The name should be descriptive and meaningful, reflecting the purpose of the project. Now we're ready to start adding our puzzle pieces, the micro-frontends. These can be developed independently, each with their own unique features and functionalities. What's great is that they can be developed in different frameworks or libraries, such as React, Angular, or Vue.js, and still work harmoniously together in a single SPA project. As each micro-frontend is added, it's like placing a puzzle piece onto the board. It might take some time and patience to get it just right, but when it clicks into place, it's incredibly satisfying. Once all the micro-frontends are in place, we can start to see the bigger picture. Our Single SPA project begins to take shape, transforming from a collection of separate micro-frontends into a unified, coherent application. Remember, the beauty of Single SPA is in the details. Each micro-frontend contributes to the overall project, adding its own unique flair and functionality. Finally, we're ready to build and run our project. A few more commands in the terminal, and we're off to the races. And voila, we've just created our first single spa project. Just like that, our jigsaw puzzle is complete. Each piece, each micro-frontend, plays its part in creating a dynamic, responsive, and user-friendly application. It's a testament to the power and flexibility of the single SPA framework, and a great starting point for your journey into micro-frontend development. Running and testing our single SPA project is where the rubber meets the road. So, we've set up our single SPA framework, created our project, and now we're ready to see it in action. To do this, we'll need to run our project on a local development server. This process may seem daunting, but with single SPA, it's actually quite straightforward. First, we'll navigate to our project directory using the command line. Once we're there, we'll use the npm start command to run our project. This command tells Node DJs to start our server and our project. In a few moments, our server will be up and running. Once the server is running, we can access our project by opening a web browser and navigating to localhost 8000. This is the default port for single SPA projects, but it can be customized if you prefer. And voila, our single SPA project is now live and ready for us to interact with. Now that our project is running, it's time to test different components of our single SPA. Testing is an essential part of any development process. It ensures that our application is working as expected and helps us catch any potential issues before they become problems. For testing, we can use a combination of manual and automated testing tools. Manual testing involves interacting with the application just as an end user would, clicking buttons, filling out forms, and navigating through the site. Automated testing, on the other hand, involves writing scripts that simulate user interactions and check for expected outcomes. There are many tools available for automated testing in single SPA, including Jest, Mocha, and Chai. These tools allow us to write test cases for our components and run them automatically, saving us time and ensuring a thorough, consistent testing process. Congrats! You've just run and tested your first single SPA project. With practice, you'll become more comfortable with running and testing projects, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a single SPA expert. Remember, the key to becoming a successful developer is to never stop learning and experimenting. Happy coding! So, what have we learned from our journey into the world of single SPA framework? Let's take a moment to look back on our exploration. We began by diving into the realm of single-page applications, or SPAs. We discovered that these are web applications that load a single HTML page and dynamically update that page as the user interacts with the app. This makes for a smooth, desktop-like user experience. We then moved on to explore the single SPA framework. This powerful tool plays a vital role in constructing SPAs. It's designed to handle the complications of building, deploying, and maintaining a SPA. It provides a coherent structure and takes care of the heavy lifting, allowing developers to focus on creating engaging, high-performance applications. Next, we rolled up our sleeves and got our hands dirty. We walked through the process of setting up the single SPA framework. We saw how to install the necessary dependencies, configure our development environment, and prepare for our project. We then embarked on the exciting journey of creating a single SPA project. We created our project, structured our code, and added functionality. We saw how single SPA allows us to build micro-frontends, splitting our application into smaller, more manageable parts. Finally, we ran and tested our single SPA project. We saw our application come to life, and we tested it to ensure it was performing as expected. We learned how to troubleshoot common issues and how to optimize our SPA for peak performance. From the benefits of SPAs and the role of the single SPA framework to the steps to create, run, and test a single SPA project, we've covered a lot of ground. We've seen that with the right tools and knowledge, creating a single SPA is not only possible but can be an enjoyable and rewarding process. And that, folks, is the single SPA framework in a nutshell. So, are you ready to revolutionize your web development process?